Hi guys, it's Walter again, and welcome to the channel. Now, today I'm going to do something a little different. You know, in my title title says it's Walter's Tech, Toy, and Product Channel. So, you know, this is a toy, the Easy Bake Oven, and my daughter, she keeps bothering me to show her, put a video on YouTube on her doing her Easy Bake Oven. So, at first I said no, but you know, I realized that, well, I do have toy in my subject line, and this is a toy, so I'm going to let her show you some type of baking or something that she's going to do using this Easy Bake Oven. So I'll just let her take it away, and I'll go do something else. This is Kennedy, by the way. Go ahead and introduce yourself.
My name is Kennedy, and today I will be showing you how to make chocolate truffles with the Easy Bake Oven. So first, I'm going to open this up, and it comes in packets, so you don't really have to do a lot of work, and you just add water. So, and they're really small. Here are the instructions. So first of all, we're going to start by plugging in the Easy Bake Oven so that it can preheat for about 20 minutes. So I've plugged it in, and we're going to turn it on, and I'll start the timer here. So that will be going, and hopefully we'll be done making these so we can get them in the oven. Okay, so first we're going to take the Devil's Food cake mix and 5 teaspoons of water into a bowl, and then we'll mix. So here's the Devil Food cake mix. So pour it into the bowl. And then we'll get 1 teaspoon one, 3, 4, 5. Okay, so now we're going to mix. And sometimes to me, if it seems like it's not enough, I'll just add a pinch more to it. But I'll try not to break the rules sometimes, because it might want it to be a certain way. So I'm going to add just a pinch more water. It's not really stirring correctly. Okay, and then I'll set that aside. So now we're going to spray the baking pan with cooking spray. So now we're going to spray the cooking spray on here. There we go. Now we're going to spoon the batter into the baking pan and then spread it. Here we go. Let's put this in here. So I'm going to use the tip and add a little more water to this, because I can't really get it to spread correctly. So I'm just going to add a pinch more water to this. I don't want to add too much, because like I said, I don't want it to not cook correctly, because I put too much water. So just want to say, for those little boys and girls who love to bake, but their parents don't really like a lot of mess in the kitchen, so they're not really allowed to make mess, and your parents always tell you, don't make mess in the kitchen. this is a good product for you because it's not very messy, and I mean the Easy Bake Oven will do all the work for you. All you do is have to follow the instructions. So it's very simple, and they have refill packets because whenever you first get the Easy Bake Oven, it'll come with packets, and whenever you use those packets afterwards, they have refill packets. And those and all the packets are different minutes. So I'm gonna turn over here. It says that so here's the pan tool. So what we do is, and let me see if the oven's almost ready. So yeah, it still needs about 14 minutes to preheat. We can go ahead and get started on the frosting. Okay, so now to make the frosting, you pour 1 chocolate frosting mix and 1 teaspoon of water into a bowl. So after I make the frosting, I'm going to go ahead and use the second packet, even though it only says to use 1. Like I said earlier in the video, this is one of those times where you like break the rules and stuff. Now I'll try to make this quick so that whenever it does ring, I can go ahead and have put the cake mix in. So because we have to apply this after we bake this, I'm gonna need to get another bowl so that I can add in the other devil's food cake mix. Well, you know what? I'm just gonna add it to this pan directly, and I'm just gonna mix it into the pan. So now I'm gonna go get another 5 teaspoons over here. This is 4. This is my 5th one. And then we're gonna stir. Okay, we have 8 more minutes before it's gonna be ready. I'm gonna take this over here, put just a pinch more water in it. Sometimes I just experiment on some stuff, see if it'll go good, and if it does, then that's good, and if it doesn't, try again. So, this is one of those things that it's just getting messy now. So I'm gonna try and just stir this up and smooth it out so that it comes out properly. And while it's in the oven, I'll try to clean up the area a little bit. It's not all messy. I'm just like a mess maker. So now because I just realized they did have another packet for like an extra frosting and extra sprinkles. So with that, you can just make it all one big thing and just make them bigger, because like I said, they come out really small. Or you can save the second pack for another time. So I'm gonna go ahead and put the second chocolate frosting pack in here, and just put another tablespoon of water in here too. I want mine to come out big, big, big. So now I'm gonna add in another teaspoon of water to the mix. So if you do decide to do 2, and just use up all the packets at once, I suggest that like if it's said to put 5 teaspoons of water, you would need to just times that by 2 and put 10 teaspoons of water in it. Cause like this, it said it only called for 1, but if you're doing 2 of the packets, you would need 2. And if it still doesn't look like that it's how it's supposed to be, just add a little more. Okay. So there's only 2 more minutes before we put all of this to Easy Bake Oven. And then once it starts baking, only has to bake for 16 minutes. And once it bakes for 16 minutes, we'll take it out, frosting on, and put the sprinkles on. So let me just set this to the side. And then I'm gonna go ahead and throw this stuff away. So I'm gonna go ahead and I'm just gonna spread this out a little bit more. Okay. Now I'm gonna go ahead and put this in because it's probably already warmed up and there's only 1 more minute left. So I'm just gonna go ahead and reset the time and put it on 16 minutes. So like I said earlier, you really shouldn't touch this because it's going to be extremely hot. So first, it goes in through this way, and it has an arrow here, so you know it goes in this way. And you put it in, and then you turn it this way. I don't know if you can see, but you turn it this way, and you push it in. And then it'll start cooking. So now I'm gonna start the time. Okay. So it says that it's gonna be, you have to roll it up in a ball, and that's why I think that you're only cooking it for 16 minutes. Like it won't fully be cooked, but that's because you have to roll it up in a ball, and I don't know if you're gonna put it back in the oven, because I didn't like read ahead or anything, or if they're already going to be like done and they're just going to be moist enough for you to roll in the ball. So I don't know how that's going to work. I can read it right now. So it says we're going to crumble the cake into a separate bowl, and then we're going to be adding half of the frosting to the cake crumbs, and then mix it together, and then I'm guessing that's how you make it into the ball. So while this is cooking, let me just tell you a little about the Easy Bake Oven. Well, they have different mixes, like I said. You can really get them at any store. You can get it. I haven't seen the Easy Bake Oven itself at Walmart, but I have seen refills at Walmart. And I see the Easy Bake Oven a lot at Toys R Us, and they have refills. A lot of the stuff comes out small, and it's not just sweet. They have pizzas. They have mini pizzas. I also have a refill of mini pizzas. They're probably going to come out around this small. They have pretzels. I also have a refill of pretzels. They have all kinds of stuff. And whenever you first get the Easy Bake Oven, it comes with 2 mixes. It comes with a Devil's Food Cake mix, and it comes with a cookie mix and frosting. So you can make 2 things out of this. For the cookies, you can make, I think you can make like little cookie sandwiches, or you can make kind of like a cookie cake. And for the Devil's Food Cake, you can make 1 big cake, or you can make brownies. So I've done it before, but I've done brownies. I've made it with brownies, and it'll come with this spatula. Like I said, you push your dish in with this side, you take it out with this side, and it comes with this cupcake and cookie pan, and it also comes with that other one. They really don't have cupcake pans. You can say it's a cupcake pan or a cookie pan or whatever you want to call it, but it's really not because it's not deep enough to be considered as a cupcake in my opinion. They have sandwiches. They have cookie sandwiches, so you'll put them in, and there's like two batters. So you put one batter in. When you take it out, and then you put another batter in. Put that in. Then you take it out. Take the cookies out, and then they have frosting that you put on it, and make it into a tiny sandwich. So it's not really a cupcake pan. So also, whenever you're buying this, be aware that it's not going to be as big as it is on the box. And it says here, food shown larger than actual size. And what I don't like about this is that they make it small, so you don't see that, and you think it's going to turn out big, but it's not. So just be aware that whatever you get, it may look big, but it's not. But other than that, this is a really good product. In my opinion, a lot of times I like to make up recipes myself, so I don't really use an Easy Bake Oven very often, but for smaller children, with adult supervision, this would be a really fun activity for them. And I'm gonna go ahead and put my sprinkles in here. I'm just gonna put one packet because you know what? I probably so this is what one packet is. So yeah, I'm gonna need to use a second packet. So that should be enough. Okay, so we have 8 more minutes before these are done. I'm gonna push it in just a little bit more because sometimes if you don't push it in enough, then it won't actually cook. And sometimes if you push it in too far, this happens. So to me, what's complicated about the Easy Bake Oven, and it's not like really complicated, but there's like a little silver flip thingy in here. So when you push it in, you'll hear it, and then it'll come out the other side. But to me, you won't know where you're going. Like, if I were to push it too far, it would come into the cooling area where it's not hot at all. And another thing is, it's difficult to get it out, even though you have the spatula. When you put it in here and you try to take it out, sometimes it'll just fall back in. I was debating on whether I should make this with my cousin or not, but I got out of school early today because they're worried it's gonna snow. Because the last time it snowed, there were some students who were on the bus and they had to stop at a hotel and stuff because of the snow. And it was just kind of really difficult. So I'm just assuming that because the forecast was saying a little bit of snow, that they're taking extra precautions and they're ending school early. So, it's not like we can go get my cousin or anything, so. Okay, so now we're gonna take these out the oven. So, this is one of those things that I don't like about the Easy Bake Oven because it's super hard to get this stuff out. Then, like I said, once you do get it out, I mean, you don't know whether it's going to be done or not because so let me try to get this out here. how it's supposed to look, if it needs to cook longer or not, but I'm just gonna go with it. So, let me take this right here. Now we're gonna scrape this. It looks like the top isn't really done, but everything else is. So I'm just going to assume that it's ready. You know, sometimes you don't know when it's gonna come out. So now it's just to take half of this, and only half because you still have to use some. So right here, it says crumble the cake in a separate bowl. Then add half of the frosting to the cake crumbles. Use a spoon or spatula to mix the frosting and cake crumbles together. So I don't really know how you would use a spatula to stir it together, but they say you can use it, you can use it. So it should be kind of like this. And then we're gonna take this, and of course you need to wash your hands before you do this. And we're just gonna kind of like stir it all together. So you know, if you know that it's not turning out how it's supposed to, and even though it doesn't say it in the recipe or anything, you should go ahead and do it. But you should only do it if you're like absolutely sure. Don't want to give like bad advice or anything. So I put a little flour in here, and hopefully that will help and not just make things worse. Seems like it's helping, making it a little thicker and less sticky. So now I'm gonna add a little bit to the cutting board for whenever we put these here. And you don't need to use a cutting board, you can just use your hands, but I prefer to put it in my hands and then on the cutting board and roll it on the cutting board. And now I'm gonna put some on my hands here. So this makes it much more easier. So this is supposed to make around 12 or so. Depends on how you roll the balls. So it says here, you make a ball and then split the balls into 6 smaller pieces. Roll each piece in your hand until smooth and round, about 1 inch thick. So let me finish rolling these balls. Because it's saying to split it in half, I'm assuming you need to make it big. So, need a little more flour here. My dream is to get onto Chop Junior. My aunt has sent my dad like these websites where you can go and try to see if you can get on. He hasn't really looked at them yet, but hopefully he will so that I can get on to Chop Junior. If you know what Chop is, you know what Chop Junior is. It's like a mini version of Chop. And they have 3 rounds. They have appetizers, and then they have your main course and your dessert. And I love sweets, so I love to bake them, I love to eat them. I just love sweets. Now it says, spread a thin layer of the remaining frosting around each ball, then cover them with tiny brown sprinkles. Okay. So here are the tiny round sprinkles again. So I'm gonna take this spoon and I'm gonna kind of like roll them in here kind of, and then just dip it in. And now I'm gonna dip it in here. So I'm only doing 3 of them with sprinkles. I'm not a big fan of sprinkles, so I'm only doing 3 of them with sprinkles, and the rest of them won't have sprinkles. Okay, and then just enjoy. Here they are. Thank you for watching this YouTube channel, and subscribe. I just accidentally turned off the timer, so I'm just going to set it back to 4 more minutes. There we go.
Alright guys, this is taking longer than expected, so I'm probably gonna have to cut some of this stuff out to speed it up. I know you YouTubers aren't gonna want to sit there and wait like 32 minutes to watch this, so we can go ahead and get to the good stuff. So Kennedy, what do you have here for us? What have you made?
They're chocolate truffles. I guess so.
Alright, she gives me the face of love. So Kennedy, these truffles or whatever it is smells very good. So you can't end this segment without letting me try some of these. So let me try one, and I'll be the judge of how these things taste. Kennedy, this turned out pretty good. There you guys have it. The truffle recipe from the Easy Bake Oven. And even though it's a toy, it really can cook real treats, I guess. And this is Kobe. He's wanting one also. Kenny, let Kobe have one.
I take this one.
All right, everybody. Hopefully you enjoyed. Let's go ahead, Kobe. Hopefully you enjoyed the Easy Bake Oven. We'll probably be doing some baby battles.
Can I have another one that tastes so good? Can I have another one that tastes so good?